What's going on, Legion? As really like always, we got the Tom MacDonald response. Oh my Atlanta, man, this is like I said in the Lethal thing, I'm not this big, overly huge fan of Lethal, and I don't agree with maybe everything that Tom does. Just maybe a message or two that he says to some degree, and I still thought that Lethal pretty much killed it. Did he kill it on his own merits? Half he did. Like I said, half I think he killed based on Tom lost based off of his own life and what he said. He kind of got Eminem'd. He kind of said a bunch of shit, and it was just like No Life Shaq said, where Lethal was responding to pretty much everything that Tom had said in that kind of counter way. Not coming up with a whole lot of independent disses, but just kind of taking everything that Tom said and flipping it, which is a smart way to do. Also, the fact that that Mac just criticized what he looked like, what Tom looked like. Here's Tom now. First one, he's wearing that leather jacket and all. You saw that in the Mac Lethal making fun of it. Now he is in the dark, nothing colorful, wearing a typical shirt, all that stuff. So with that, let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good.
Oh my God.
Tower beats on the track.
Listen, I think I can hear it. Mac Lethal is hyping himself in the mirror. His wife tries to tell him that she's getting curious. He just yells,
"Shut the fuck up, it's just Tom Guy's serious."
I hoped you would kill it. I'm always an optimist. Thought your response would be flawless and awesome. It's gotta be hard finding time to perfect all your rhymes every night at Narcotics Anonymous. Hi Dave, hi Dave, hi Dave. I'm not even trying. You don't scare me at all. If you did a drive-by, I'd wave. It's so cute when you rap. It's like I'm watching my dad trying to use an iPad. You should just give it back. You've been sober like 8 years. You the type of guy who can't have 8 beer, have a single drink and need to get some coke and probably suck a dick for a painkiller. You party animal, you bad boy. You're a crazy son of a gun. All that karate and still you're a pussy. You tap on my shoulder and run. Where are you going? I'm over here in a house that you can't afford with your career. Got your own pool, kids in private school. You the fucking mother of the year. You talking millions, I googled your wealth. You are worth 2, Dave, I am worth 12. You're tweeting at YouTube. Somebody help with my monetized videos. Dave, that's a tell. Broken, ugly, short and stubby, 40 something with a face that was born for punching. Act tough, but I know at your courts muffins. The type to wife up the first horror, fuck them. Big bad Dave, got the Ellen cosign. Cool. Try to ride that wave till Hollywood.
Hold on, let's go back really quick. Dude, what he said. So, oh my God, I agreed with Lethal when he said that it's disgusting when he went over to the kid. I said that during the first Tom video. I agree with what Eminem said against MGK. Going after someone's kid is just crossing that line. It's like, even though the mafia doesn't do that, they get you. They don't do anything to your family, your wife and your kids. Hell, they even may, here's some money, go off into the country somewhere. There are just rules from way back that people still treasure now, that you just maybe don't bring in a kid, someone that has nothing to do with it, that is innocent, that's just a kid going to school. And I didn't really agree with it. I'm not going to say that Tom is disgusting. I agreed with Lethal from his point of view that it was crossing that line, and that's how Lethal felt. So Tom responds with the whole wifing up the first whore that fucked you. That's pretty brutal. They're just going straight for it. This is a classless diss battle. I'll say that. I like to think that when Eminem did his kill shot against MGK, it was funny and tasteful in that way. MGK's diss to Eminem was garbage. Not because it was written bad, because what he said and who he is, MGK is a piece of garbage as a human. And what he said about talking about people's kids and wanting to fuck someone's daughter, you're just a piece of trash. And so this is getting real dirty.
Ports muffins, the type to wife up the first horror, fuck them. Big bad Dave, got the Ellen cosign. Cool. Try to ride that wave till Hollywood sign. Fool. You were so excited just to get invited. Teeth were freshly white and couldn't cheese enough. You said, I love rap because it's counterculture. Dave, counterculture is who beats you up. Our future has Grammys. Your future is handies from Tammy, imagining baddies in nasty pajamas and transplanting hair to your head from your fanny. I saw you doing teeth commercials. Do an actor, Dave. I don't need rehearsals. I'll piss in your mouth till you wheeze and gurgle, then stomp on your head till your cheeks are purple. I was a wrestler. I wore spandex. You were a customer. You did Xanax. I'll take you and your bitch by the ear and then smash you together like Stone Cold's beer. Being a
Oh no! I actually shot snot out of my nose. As I said it in the Lethal, as a 90s kid, I watched wrestling. Stone Cold, man. The beers together, the Every time I don't know. For me, I may be reading into this a little bit, but when you say Stone Cold, you add him into a diss like this. All that shows is that you're literally just doing you're giving him the finger, you're flipping him off, you're doing all that stuff like that, because that's what Stone Cold was. He was about, fuck your authority. That's what that was. Let's go back a little bit and hear this this flow real quick, this quick little thing that he's doing, this quick little ditty.
I'll piss in your mouth till you wheeze and gurgle, then stomp on your head till your cheeks are purple. I was a wrestler, I wore spandex. You were a customer, you did Xanax. I'll take you and your bitch by the ear and then smash you together like Stone Cold's beer. Being a fucking loser's in your DNA. This ain't a punchline, it's a PSA. The chromosomes from your mom and pop create retards and they name them Dave. Nobody's safe. They'll wife you to chain up her legs, remove all her eggs, put them in bags and then lock them away in a safe and send it away on a plane. I'm lucky that I know CPR. My girl heard you diss and she died laughing. She was bummed we waited like a week and then she went right back into Minecrafting. My girl was on Def Jam. Your girl looked like Death Fam. She the Grim Reaper, knew I'd spit ether. She collecting the soul of a dead dad. They're gonna need a whole family.
What did he just say? And I also know I didn't go back and actually hear that quick part because I didn't go back far enough. Fuck it.
My girl heard you diss and she died laughing. She was bummed we waited like a week and then she went right back into Minecrafting. My girl was on Def Jam. Your girl looked like Death Fam. She the Grim Reaper, knew I'd spit ether. She collecting the soul of a dead dad. They're gonna need a whole family of coffins when you crisp and wam to solve all your problems. The shame and embarrassment.
Whoa! Ho! I don't want to be that guy. I trash I'm not a fan of the reactors that pause a lot. With music, it's one thing. Dude, did he? I haven't seen. Okay, I can't wait to watch like the other reactors. Did they catch that? Am I right? Did I hear it right? Let's see if I was. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to be wrong. But dude,
Reaper knew I'd spit ether. She collecting the soul of a dead dad. They're gonna need a whole family of coffins when you crisp and wam to solve all.
When you crisp and wall to solve all your problems. Dude. I don't know if anybody got that. Crispin Wall had a mental break from years of depression, steroid use, whatever it was. He freaking... I'm smiling because of the song and that he said it. It was tragic. He murdered his son that was like 6 or 7, killed his wife, killed himself. To say, dude, to put that, dude, that is brutal. That is brutal. I told you this was going to be classless, and it is. I like it, but it's classless. Dude, he said what he said about Lethal's daughter, I believe is what it was. And then he doubled down and said, you're going to crisp and wall your family. Dude, wow.
Your girl looked like Death Fam. She the Grim Reaper, knew I'd spit ether. She collecting the soul of a dead dad. They're gonna need a whole family of coffins when you crisp and wam to solve all your problems. The shame and embarrassment, all of the comments from fans you had. I saw it, you lost them. Ain't dropped an album in 4 years, dog. Rapping is your hobby. My career less than a year, 20,000 physical copies. Millions of streams, I'm living your dream. You're a glorified YouTuber, look like a meme. Go to stupid extremes, definition of try hard. Watch me rap after eating a Tide Pod, dying for attention. That's why you started this little beef. You're so desperate, expect that right after this ends, your sex tape probably in leak. You've been on Ellen and Rogan, why aren't you a star? Here, let me tell you, it isn't the bars, it's the way that you look, it's the way that you are. Nobody cares about your music no more. Dog, you do impressions, you rapping 20 styles and you think it's flexing. I got a question, why you gotta pretend to be everyone else to resemble impressive? I killed you already, this don't need a sequel, I'm honestly bored with this shit. Feels like I'm kicking a corpse's shoes you can't afford, feel horrible doing you like this. How many rappers wrote your response? Come on, Dave, give him credit. I know you sent texts, I saw with my eyes, I know what you said, Dave, I read it. You a real piece of shit, not like a real piece of shit.
What do you say?
Come on, Dave, give him credit. I know you sent texts, I saw corpse's shoes you can't afford, feel horrible doing you like this. How many rappers wrote your response? Come on, Dave, give him credit. I know you sent texts, I saw with my eyes, I know what you said, Dave, I read it. You a real piece of shit, not like a real piece of shit. Like if a piece of shit ate a piece of shit and took a pee and shit, you're that piece of shit. I'm on like 5 minutes shit, let me see. You were canceled and fired from MTV. The network wanted something fresh and clean. I bet any day they'll be calling me. You left rhyme shares cause you had to. You didn't walk away, wasn't something you planned, dude. Got lost in the drugs and the whirlwind. Caught pants down with another man's girlfriend. Piece of shit.
What?
Not like a real piece of shit. In the drugs and the whirlwind. Caught pants down with another man's girlfriend. Piece of shit.
I don't know
Not like a real piece of shit. Like if a piece of shit fucked a piece of shit and got an STD, you're that piece of shit. You got a pet bird, bet you never thought you'd be dead first. I'ma put you both in the oven. When you get burned, I'ma put you both in a pet urn. Piss into the bottle, mix it up and turn that.
Did he just say he was gonna kill his bird? Like not only that, but he said put them both in the oven. Now, say that I'm a cynical person. I just say that I've watched a lot of documentaries. When you say you're gonna put someone in an oven, that's a 1944 reference to me. I don't know about any of you. If I'm reading too much into it, disregard. But he literally said, I'm going to kill your bird and you and put you both in the oven. Now, there is nothing that I've seen anywhere at all ever that is putting a person in an oven that doesn't come back to that. It just doesn't.
Thought you'd be dead first, I'ma put you both in the oven. When you get burned, I'ma put you both in a pet urn. Piss into the bottle, mix it up and turn the ash into plaster. Give it to your bitch, tell her make statues of me just to capture my win. My girl will just spit in her face and we'll dip, get a hammer and come back and smash it to bits. Put a plaque in its place so that no one forgets that your biggest mistake was as good as it gets for a guy whose career doesn't even exist. It's the peak of the mountain for you, this is it. Your aesthetic is pathetic, you don't get it, I'm prophetic. Your rap aesthetics are boring, fucking Guinness World Record. Be careful where you were headed, I'm cemented as a legend. David Sheldon severed head is destined to be the evidence. Every room you ever enter, I will always be the elephant. While you try to fit this capital L into development. You dead it in Lennon, I send a letter to heaven that explodes when it opens. I hope it gets your attention. I can smell it, you sweating, and it's 11:11. I make a wish that when you die, you come back resurrected, so I can kill you again and again and again. For the record, if you're feeling kind of froggy and you jump, you get dissected. Oh dear, I can't believe I had to set this shit straight, man. Old ears, I hope you hear exactly what I say, man. I'm here. You said you didn't even know my name, dog. So here, I'll say it so you don't forget again. It's Tom MacDonald, bitch.
That first song throwback right there, that was pretty good. I don't think maybe Eminem's done that before. I don't remember it though, but that was really good. I like that he threw that back in there. That was, dude. Oh Jesus. So much to say, or to listen to translate to words. He literally said that he's gonna kill his bird, kill him, put him in an oven, put them both in an urn, make plaster out of it, so that Lethal's wife could then make a statue of Tom with it. And then that, jeez, I'm getting confused. And then that Tom's girl would come, spit in her face, and they would come back, break it, put a freaking plaque over it to let everyone know that his biggest mistake was the biggest thing he's ever done. And then didn't Tom say that his girl was on Def Jam? Was that true? Like, I don't know. I only saw in her video. I didn't get all kinds of like, hey, let's Instagram stalk her. I never got that way with her, so I don't actually know who she is or what she's about. Maybe I'll check her out and see what she's all about. Maybe she'll be good. What? Good. My voice gave out. Wasn't a voice crack. It literally left me. Men don't have voice cracks. Just remember that. That was good. Dude, out of Tom, I don't think could really come back and beat Lethal without crossing several lines. I'll just say it that way, because Lethal's doing the Chuck Mandel, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, the Chuck Liddell counterpunching, right? That's that, and UFC that only lasts so long because people with Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu will eventually start beating you. That's why Chuck Liddell is no longer a thing anymore. He was an incredible striker, but once you figured out that he was a counter fighter, he got owned. Right? In rap, that doesn't happen. Being the counter rapper or the counter diss person is better most of the time. At least Eminem made it a thing. I don't know. I won't say that. He is the most notable person to make that a known thing. I'm sure that's how it's always been. But Eminem, and especially like I referenced 8 Mile before, he did it. In that movie, he literally just took the ammunition that anybody was going to use against him and turned it and flipped it, admitted to it, and then dissed them back. Lethal did the same thing to the degree of what Eminem did to MGK, which was, I hear what you said, now let take your what you said and let's kind of flip it to show that that's not all bad stuff. You know, that we are the same age, that we do this, that I am in my 30s and I dress in normal clothes, and you're in your 30s and you dress like a Teletubby, right? That's kind of what he did. So Tom couldn't really come back with a counter to that response because there wasn't. He did. He talked about the home and all that stuff like that, and called him Mother of the Year, which was a cool response to what Little Mac Lethal said in his response, right? So Tom did a good response, I think, in this one to what Lethal just said. I definitely think that. But then he doubled down. He showed some flow swaps, went a little quicker, and he crossed several lines. The fucking talking about the first whore you wifed up, talking about Chris Benoit and the family, and some other stuff that it's not coming right to me because it's not off the top of my head. He said a lot of stuff that I was like, oh damn. It was good. I thought that was, damn, dude, that was something right there, wasn't it? I give it straight up because of the savagery. Like, not like, oh, that diss was so funny, it was savage. For actual, oh, hello, camera, I need you to be on the same page with me. Hello? Thank you. I think the savagery of, like, again, not how funny it was, but really how fucked up it was. I think that's why I give it to Tom. Tom didn't go crazy, like, except for the whole Jew thing, or what, for me, referenced a Jew situation about the oven, which, again, I don't know anything about putting a person in the oven that relates to anything other than that. Now, if he was just making an honest, I'm gonna fucking turn you into something, then that's fine. Again, nothing to it. And even if he's referencing the Jew thing, I'm not gonna. It's whatever. That's just what it is. People joke about that. People have no sympathy. Whatever. Yeah. So Tom, he didn't, like I said, he didn't like cross. Maybe if you're like a huge fan of Mac Lethal, he crossed a huge line. But as being just kind of whatever for either guy, crossing that line is like to put it in perspective. I think I said this on the first Tom video. When Amy Schumer was on doing her joke against Steve-O, she talked about how we were like, oh, he was like, why wasn't it me? And we were all like, why wasn't it when Ryan Dunn died? I have no sympathy because anybody that drinks and drives and dies for it is not somebody to feel sorry for. I was a huge Ryan Dunn fan, and I was shocked that he died, but I was just like, well, that's what happens when you make bad decisions. But that was something that I'm like, wow, that's really fucked up. Like, that is just a shit thing to say. It's not really that funny. It was shock value. That's what that was. And what Tom was saying was some shock, but maybe because it's been a very long time, the Benoit thing or whatever like that, I didn't get like all kinds of like, oh my God. So all the things that he said at one point would have been extremely insensitive to say. Time heals all wounds. He said things that were relevant enough to, at least to me, with whether it's Benoit or anything else, where I'm like, wow, that's really fucked up. Oh my God. And it worked out pretty well. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Sorry it's really long. I didn't really mean to make it this long of a video. I'll see you on whatever video I'm doing next. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Later.